Hello everyone, it's Chi here. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to give you an update of what's happened to my stocks and the whole stock market and everything to do with the coronavirus as well. Today is February the 28th. It's Friday night here in Australia, in Perth, Western Australia. And basically what's happened is the stock market has crashed. We are experiencing at the moment a stock market crash. This is the first stock market crash since 2008. So we've had a bull run for over 10 years, and at long last we've had the crash. The crash started this week. It actually started probably the end of last week, and so it might have started on the Friday, and then it's just carried on until now. It's still going, okay? And the reason for the crash is because of the coronavirus and the potentiality of this virus becoming a pandemic. The virus used to be just mainly in China, okay? And now it's spread into other countries, and there's other countries now with quite a few deaths. We also had a cruise liner that was doing a quarantine, okay? And it quarantined people on the ship for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, they let everybody go. There was about 3,000 people that came off the boat, and they were allowed to go home. And they came from all parts of the world. And it just so happened that once they got off the boat and were released, some of them started getting sick. So what it is was, they thought the incubation period was only 2 weeks for this virus, but it actually is a lot longer. And they're saying now that it's about 28 days or something like that. Yeah, it's a whole month. Which I think is just really irresponsible of these people that let these people go. I mean, it's a novel coronavirus. Novel meaning that it's new and they don't know much about it. So how can they presume that it was going to be 2 weeks for the incubation period? That's horrendous, yeah? The flu itself, when I get the flu in the past, I've had the flu for over 3 weeks. So how can they say that this coronavirus, you know, incubation period is only 2 weeks when this virus is much worse than the flu? The really bad thing about this coronavirus is that it actually is contagious even when you don't show symptoms. So you may not even know that you have it, and you go around spreading it all. Lately, they've had people who have got the virus, and these people have never been in contact with anyone who has had the virus. So they basically got it from nowhere. So that sort of unpredictability now has made everyone, and all the deaths around the world, there's more cases popping up every day. There's now a case in Africa. There was one case from the cruise liner that came and was flown over to Perth, and they now sitting in Perth, where I live. The very first case of coronavirus in Perth. It's just shocking. I can't believe that with the seriousness of this disease, that the governments and the leaders of our world has not stopped, you know, air travel. Because that's how it's being spread, yeah? They value money over people's lives at the moment. So that's why they keep the airports open, yeah? And it's just horrendous. And so now that it's going to be spreading everywhere, because people are allowed to travel everywhere, it's not just from China. Most countries have this. Italy have a few areas now that are in lockdown, yeah? So anyone can be traveling from anywhere, really, in any airport, and they could be spreading it wherever. Yeah, there's no point testing people with fever devices. You know how they have those guns and they test you to see if you've got a fever. That's no good, because you can spread it without having any symptoms. So I don't even know why they're doing that. And quite frankly, the whole thing is a big catastrophe. It's a big mess, yeah? Anyway, so how has this affected the stock market? Well, basically, people think that the coronavirus and what's happening in China is going to basically affect the future production and the growth of companies. And then there was all these reports from the health minister or something or other in the US saying that you better get ready for a pandemic now and all this sort of stuff. So now everyone's in a big panic mode, and then all of a sudden everyone started selling all the stocks, and then the big spiral goes down. So look, when just about every single stock on the stock market goes down this much, it plummets like this, you are going to lose your profits that you built up over many months in a matter of a few days. Okay, so that's what happened to my stocks. It started last Friday. It went down on the Friday, but then the biggest hit was Monday, and then there was a major hit today, but I wasn't in it because I sold my stocks yesterday. I sold my stocks on Thursday, midway through Thursday. And thank God for that, because today was a really, really big drop. So all week, it's completely dropped. Now, I made a video on Tuesday purely because I'm telling everyone that stop selling your stocks. Purely because I just kind of thought, as a desperate last attempt, to just get everyone to somehow to stop selling all the stocks, but it didn't work. And so on Wednesday went down, Thursday went down, Friday went down. So on the Thursday, because I said to myself, look, it's been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If Thursday still goes down, I'm going to sell my stocks. And it, with Thursday, it started out, looked like it could pick up. It just started to pick up a tiny bit. And then halfway through the day, I looked at it. It had plummeted. So I quickly just sold my stocks, and that's it. And thank God for that, because I would have lost even more money if I hadn't. So how much money have I lost? So you can see on Monday I lost $350.55 in profits. On Tuesday I lost $143.26. You can't really see the result here, but it actually works out to be a minus $326.63 on the Wednesday. Then on Thursday I lost another $182, which leaves me with $11,060.34 as a total. Well, I think I lost about a bit over $900 of my profits. So I'm still ahead by about $560 or something like that, yeah? So, yes. And if I had kept that going to today, I think I would have lost at least $300 or something today. So, I'm glad that I sold it. Now, looking at all of this, this is my strategy that I would recommend for the crash, okay? Now, Warren Buffett basically says when the stock market crashes, you're supposed to hold your stocks and ride out the waves and wait for it to go back up again, right? he also says you should buy stocks during a crash. Now, I'm just going to give you my opinion on all of this, okay? If you are like a investor that is in it for the long haul, for example, you're going to be investing in the stock market for most of your life, it's just like Warren, and when you retire at 65 or 75 or whatever, you intend to use that money, then I would follow what he's saying, okay? But if you've started in the stock market fairly late, or you only have a small amount of money to play with, or you're just investing in the stock market short term, then I wouldn't follow his strategy, because it's not going to work in your favor, yeah? When the stock market crashes, if you are a short-term investor or you don't have a lot of money or whatever, then my advice is to sell all your stocks and just get out, yeah? Once you get out, what I suggest you do is to keep looking at the stock market, yeah? And you keep looking at the stock market for the time, until the time that it reaches rock bottom, okay? So it's going to slide down and then continue to slide and slide and slide, right? Now, you can buy stocks at this point if you want to, but I don't see any point, because it's just going to keep going down. So you're going to, if you buy at this point, you're just going to keep losing money. So what I suggest you do is just keep watching the stock market every day, right? And wait for it to plummet right to rock bottom, yeah? Because, and that might take a long time, and you don't know how long that's going to be, but that's how you would do it, right? And once it reaches rock bottom, and then it levels out, and then it starts to pick up, however long that takes, that's when, and when you know that it's about to pick up again, that's when you buy, okay? And that makes a lot of sense. I mean, then a rocket scientist doesn't need to tell you that, okay? That makes sense, because then you're at the very bottom of the scale, but you know that it's going to be coming up again, and that's where you can just buy it at the sort of the optimum price, and then off you go, back up again. Ways that this can happen now with this coronavirus. One is that they find some sort of treatment or a vaccine, and then everything's, and they start to recover from it all, yeah? The other way that it can go up, back up again, is that people just stop selling their stocks and basically start buying again, yeah? If everybody started buying again, the stock prices will start going up again. China's economy and its production is tied up with almost every company out there, yeah? Almost every company in the world, especially the US, is dependent on Chinese goods to fuel their companies, yeah? Parts, products, whatever, yeah? So it's almost like China is the production line, the world's production line, yeah? So when it goes down and production is down, everyone sort of freaks out a bit, yeah? And then there's the freaking out of whether the pandemic is going to hit the US and just spread everywhere and kill everyone like it did in China. Okay, so it's going to be very interesting. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, very important. Hit the notification bell to get notified of more videos, and comment below. Okay, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. See you next video. Bye.